So I just made my first ACX, I always get that wrong, audiobook. And I ran into many troubles getting the RMS and pretty much just the RMS to be fine. And I want to share my step-by-step process from raw recording to ACX submission of what exactly I do. So here we go. I have a 10-minute clip that I was working on, a book for an audition for this Travel Like a Local Las Vegas. So we're just going to go over that. I already made it. And you can see that the noise floor is pretty loud there. It's around -46 or so. So the first thing I do is I go to multi-view, because that is way better to see the actual things that are going on. Like that little thing there. I can't hear it. Unfortunately, I couldn't figure out how to directly hook up the audio from this to the video. So it's going to come out of my computer and into this pink microphone. So that kind of sucks, but you can see the audio right here, which is all you need. So I'm going to select that. I know that that's pretty consistent. There's no random thumps or something extraneous in there. You don't want to have a random thump or something in there when you're just getting out the noise floor, because that'll confuse it. You can do a random thump. We'll see if there's any in here, but you could do that individually. So have that selected. Effects, noise reduction. I'm going to do it to -30. That sounds fine. It was at -42 around there. So we'll put it around -70 something, which will be perfect for ACX submissions. So I'm going to get the noise profile. I'm going to select all this and actually see what the peak level pass. RMS is way too quiet. Noise floor passes, actually, it's a -60, which is 0.13 passing. So press OK. And then to do the noise floor, we already have the settings at 30. Just press Command R. And you can see just how much it did. We'll analyze it right here. The noise floor is too low. Oh my. So we could just undo that and do it literally just 1 decibel less low, but we're going to be increasing the RMS, so that's going to be increasing whatever's going on. So right here, the first thing, I know this is going to be fine. Yeah. The first thing I see is that, whatever that noise is. Yeah, I doubt you can hear it on the video, but it's obviously it's a little mouth click. And then there are these things here, which I can't hear without headphones in. But what I'm going to do right here, okay, I'll include this. Just a little thing, if you are worried about not making the noise floor, what you can literally do is see, okay, this passes the noise floor. What you can do is copy this, Command copy, and then make a new track, mono. You could come over here and you could just say, paste it in there, and then there's your noise floor. It's passing. And then what you can do there is you select it, you copy it, paste it. And then you just do that for the length of your selection. And then all you do there is you press select, command, select that so they're both selected, and you press mix, render to new track. So that will put the noise floor under or over, I guess, the track that you have here. So I'm not going to do that. Probably don't need it, but it's there if we do need it. I always like to, instead of pressing there to combine those, you can press that and then join. There we go. All right. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to get rid of all of those little clicks and stuff like that. So these, I want to get rid of these, that. I want to get rid of all of that automatically. So we're going to see what decibel those things are rolling at. So they're under 42. Oh, one went to 30. One went to like 35.
Book description. Travel
Okay, my voice is way louder than that though.
Travel Like a Local is a series of travel.
So we can say negative 30 around for the noise gate. Around there. So we'll go to noise gate. I'll say negative 30. Sure. So look at these things right here, and you're going to see what happens. So I'm saying everything that is below negative 33.1 decibels, I'm going to reduce that by 30. So this stuff here that is probably like, I don't know, negative 36 decibels. It's now going to be negative 66. I'm going to, once that noise hits, I'm not going to quiet it until 105 milliseconds. And once it stops, and while we're going to pure silence, I'm not going to go to pure silence for 100 milliseconds. Something like that. Who knows? So I'm going to press apply. We're going to see what happens to all this crap. Yeah, it's pretty much all gone. And now we're going to see if it actually messed with my voice to see that little thing right there. Awesome. So we'll see what it sounded like before, see if we notice any difference.
Travel Like a Local. Loss.
Okay, perfect. I could hear this was like some kind of click. It sounded like mechanical. I don't know what it was. But with the noise gate.
Travel Like a Local. Las Vegas. Las Vegas, Nevada. Travel guide.
Okay, good enough. And we'll see what the ACX says right now. It's going to say we're not passing the noise floor by far. Yeah, we're at negative 120 because we got rid of everything pretty much. Now, something I see is these things, which don't even register, apparently. That's all good. All right, on to the next thing. So even before I started recording, I put on real-time effects, which seems like not too many people are talking about the real-time effects. Instead of using these effects here, like after you make the audio, you could literally just press the effects button here, and before you make the audio, you can set your effects to how you like it. So I put an equalizer here to how I want to sound, and I put just this Muse FX mastering here to clean maximizer. They have different presets. And then when I'm done with it, I'll put a compressor on here, just add effect, compressor. I'll put that on here. I could change it however I like. And you could literally watch it real time as it's going on.
Travel like a local.
So I could say, okay,
Las Vegas.
I could see what I want it to sound like.
Las Vegas, Nevada.
See
Travel
how this
guide.
changes. Yeah,
By
no,
Tessa Holden.
now it's way quieter. Put it up here. Huh?
Book description.
There we go. I think I broke it. Yeah.
Travel Like a Local is a series
But
of travel guidebooks written by local
you could literally
experts
change them
to
live.
help travelers explore new places like an insider.
But like these real-time effects are so much better than using these. The only thing which sucks is that you can't ACX check when you have these, like if before you've like rendered a new track with these real-time effects. So watch this. Select this. This is the one with the real-time effects. You can say analyze, peak, passes, RMS, too quiet, noise floor, too low. Okay. And now what we're going to do to get the real-time effects to show in the real thing is we're going to say track, mix and render to new track. And this is going to show a difference in the peak RMS and noise floor because it hasn't taken those into account yet. Okay. You could already see that they look a decent amount different from there to there. We'll select that, analyze, ACX check. Okay, now the peak is too high. It was fine before. The RMS is a little different. Noise floor, a little different. So it's different. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go Tools, Apply Macro, Audiobook, After Real-Time Effects. We're going to see what happens. Analyze, pass, pass, pass. Perfect.
Travel Like a Local. Las Vegas. Las Vegas, Nevada. Travel guide.
All right. And what is actually in that macro? I'll show you. So all we did was loudness normalization to -19 because my mics, I have it kind of quiet. It's very loud. I live like by an airport and by a highway. You probably hear cars, mostly trucks and motorcycles or like whatever, sedans, I don't know, Challengers. I can hear one right now, but they're very loud, so I have to keep my gain. I try to keep it as low as possible. And because of that, I have to make my RMS all the way up to -19. If you can have your gain louder and there's less like noise floor type of stuff, then you could put it to -23, or you might not even have to mess with it at all. So I did RMS to -19 and then normalize it to -3. And all that looks like is, if I were to say loudness normalization, -19, and then what was it? Normalize. It's a -3. And then analyze. Pass, pass, pass. Perfect. So this one's passing, and this one is not passing. Way off. This one, what does the noise floor look like? The noise floor is perfect. Yeah, it's 2 off. That's perfect. Cool. And from there, like, I mean, all you do is make sure that, well, dang it, I forgot to add a compressor on here, but, oh no, I did it. I didn't even do it how I wanted it, but it still worked. Actually, one other thing that is very important is the de-esser. So we're going to come in here. We're going to find an S.
Las Vegas.
That was easy. So that's a very loud S. Unfortunately, I can't hear too well on here. But we'll just come in here, melody production. I'll go to equalizer, and we could very easily see where that is. So it's right there. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to say bam, bam, just double click. And then I'm going to click on that button there. Turn off 4. We're not messing with you. Click on that. We're going to go to notch because I want it to be very skinny. Just a very skinny. Yeah, you can't really hear it on, you probably can't hear it at all on this video, but it sounds a decent amount better. Yeah, a good amount better. There we go. That's all we need. So I like to put that equalizer at the very end just because I mean, I might be wrong. I am learning this as I go, so I'm pretty new. But it seems like you'd want to, I don't know, like if you put it before the other equalizers and compressors and stuff, then they might just throw it out of whack, like by the end. But if you put it at the end and you know exactly like where the frequency is and like how much you need to turn it down, which I turn down all the way that it lets me, but like, I don't know, it seems to work better. So what I do from there, I obviously have to mix and render the new track because I didn't do the de-essing on the first one. So I'm not sure if you can make like a macro for these. I don't think so. Okay, so this is a new one. I'm just going to select that tools macro audiobook after real-time effects. We'll see if it works. Analyze ACX check. Pass, pass, pass. Perfect. Okay. And this one is better on the S's.
Travel.
Oh.
Travel like a local. Las Vegas. Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Las Vegas.
Yeah. Okay. What else other than that? I mean, all you do to export as MP3. You do constant force export to mono 192 and then just whatever name you want. Um, I think that's it. The main thing that I learned was that I had to add a compressor, and I'm a dummy, so I didn't even talk about this in the video, but like I was talking so quiet that I had to put the compressor at like 6 or so, and I had to increase the output to like 3 or something. I like to increase this so it sounds a little more natural, around like 60, 70. That's fine, whatever. Um, and then I would have to change this to whatever. It's not even the one that's playing.
Travel like a local. Las Vegas.
I try to get that to be averaging around -10 dBs, and that seemed to work fine. I also put it on soft, so it sounds more natural, I guess.
Travel like a local. Las Vegas.
Basically, as long as you're not getting red on anything, that's good. As you can see, like I'm getting red on the input, but on the output, I'm not getting red because I'm quieting the stuff above this red line at a ratio of 6:1.
Travel like a local.
See,
Las Vegas.
it's there when the high here is like
Las
there.
Vegas, Nevada. Travel guide.
And I could change that. I could basically, if you bring it all the way up here, you're saying everything below -12 decibels, I want to get louder, faster. I want it to get louder at a proportion of 6:1. Everything above -12 decibels, anything louder than that, I want to get quieter at 6:1. So as soon as it gets to 12 decibels or -12, it pretty much doesn't get louder. It's just this very, very slow slope. If it were a very, very loud podcast, like Audiobook or whatever, then you would bring this down here and you'd say everything above this, I want to make quieter. Bring it. Basically, this red line is like a magnet. It's bringing quieter stuff towards it, louder stuff back towards it. This was clutch for me because I was very like, it was very pitchy where like some stuff was quieter, some was louder, and the RMS wasn't there because it just wasn't full enough. The audio wasn't full enough to make like the ACX requirements. But yeah, this is how I do it. I do the compressor first, the band EQ second, which I made this just like a general male voice. It's kind of whack, but like this is the one that lets you save your presets, or else I do it on here because this is way better. Obviously, you could watch it live.
Travel
you watch
like a local.
stuff live, and you could hear it change.
Travel like a local. Las Vegas. Las Vegas, Nevada. Travel guide.
Yeah, you could see this one change, which is great.
By Tessa Holden.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. This one is passing the ACX, so we just use that. Obviously edit like the stuff we need to, but like, was this one the passing ACX? Yeah. So there's little stuff like that. I think we got rid of that. No, we didn't. Well, we could get rid of that. All we got to do is, okay, to literally negative 60. I don't even know what to do about that. Yeah, we'll say negative 54. Noise gate negative 53. Yeah. And this stuff, you're just not even going to hear it. It's, yeah. You could go through and just, copy or punch copy. I have Option Command C as my punch copy. All right. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, the new version of Audacity wasn't working for me. It was like when I press record, like the volume would just max out on red, just like blaring like crazy. Thank goodness I didn't have my headphones in when that happened, or else I probably wouldn't be able to hear. But I had to delete that and download 3.3.3, whatever the one before was. But yeah, that's it. Peace.